Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to the channel, as always, thank you for checking it out. Man, I need to come up with a better opening maybe, but what am I gonna do? Like, if you are new, right, I want to welcome the new people as well, because man, this is a visual treat for everyone who tunes in. Yeah, but this is gonna be a not very big viewed video. Normally we make this kind of video for like a Tuesday, but I was like, I did my Midwest Gaming Classic visit video this Tuesday, so I thought, you know what, been wanting to make an Atari Lynx video for a while. One of my favorite handhelds that I got after the Game Boy, so it was like a huge step up from said Game Boy technology. I think we're just going to show about 10 of my favorite games. Some of the first games I got, and then some of the later games I got later down the road. But yeah, hopefully for some people out there who never got to play the Lynx or are curious about the Atari Lynx library, this could be a good vid for them. But for others, a lot of people definitely probably won't watch. This is a very niche video, which I tend to make a lot of because I don't really care about the views. I just want to get some stuff out there, and maybe somebody will find a new game or learn something about some old gaming history. And really, I think that's the point of this channel, honestly. So for those who watch, thank you, and for those who don't, thank you. I'm good either way. But yeah, let's dive into some Atari Lynx. And hey, as always, thanks for watching. Alright, why not start off with my favorite Lynx game of all time, California Games. Except, I only like the surfing part, so I just thought I would just show that one first. The rest of it's not bad, but the surfing is what really got me lured into the Lynx. And then this game is still one of my favorites to this day. This was the 1987 sports video game that was actually released by Epix. For the Apple II and the Commodore 64, but then later would be ported over to many other platforms. There was a series, if I remember right. There was Summer Games and Winter Games, and this is a spin-off of those, being California Games. Apparently, these are very popular sports in California, and so there you go. There's the title. This was a pack-in game with the system in 1989 for the Lynx. And there would actually be a sequel later on in the series, but not for the Lynx. But in the series, there was a California Games 2 that would come out. But yeah, overall, not too bad. Skateboarding, as you see, I could never figure out. This hacky sack here, which is called Footbag. A good way to pass time, I guess, if you've ran out of all other video games to play. This is a good one to fire up. But yeah, again, surfing's really what lured me in. BMX was pretty fun. It's got some speed to it, so it's probably the second best one on the out of the 4 games that are on the cartridge. But as you can see, I'm pretty terrible. You'll see in this video too, Epix had their hand in a lot of games here for the Lynx. Here's Chip's Challenge. This is a really fun one. I love puzzle games. This is a top-down, tile-based puzzle video game. This was also published in '89 by, that's right, Epix. This was one of the launch titles for the Atari Lynx, and you are high school nerd Chip McCallahan, and you have met Melinda the Mental Marvel in the school science laboratory. You must navigate through Melinda's clubhouse, which is a series of increasingly difficult puzzles, in order to prove yourself and gain membership to the very exclusive Bitbusters Club. To do so, Chip will navigate through 148 two-dimensional levels with various game elements such as computer chips, buttons, locked doors, water, and lethal monsters. A really fun game, makes you really think. A lot of the puzzles can get pretty tricky as the levels increase, and I've yet to finish this game completely. Because I do stuff like that, I fall in the water. You can hear Ogre yelling in the background right now. Nerd! Go get him, Chip. Ah, the things we do for our girlfriends. Ooh, this is Dracula the Undead. This was released in 1991 and based loosely on Bram Stoker's novel, Dracula. Bram Stoker does make an appearance in this game. He is narrating a story and is comfortably sitting in a chair with his pipe, you'll see in the game. You play as Jonathan Harker, who is a guest in Dracula's castle, who apparently his interior decorator was Dracula's long-lost cousin, Count Chocula, given the colors of this game. It actually is pretty eerie, though, and it actually works with the game, so I really like what they did with this, and I'm a big fan of point and click. Jonathan Harker will assist Mr. Dracula here with work duties, and although you have a cordial relationship with him, you are trying to find a way to escape the castle. Much of the castle is closed off, and you must find a way out, avoiding the attention of Dracula and his 2 vampire brides. So, good luck. Good luck with that. It's a really great game, though. I think it's very well done. And this would definitely be one to check out if you are a fan of the Atari Lynx, and if you are a fan of point and click, which I am. If you've watched my channel long enough now, I do love the point and click games. Here's one that I had to show off the beginning of it because it's almost like a movie, Electro Cop. This blew me away, man, when I first got this game. This is another 89 game from, that's right, Epix. It was definitely one of the first games, and yet another launch title for the Lynx. You are set in a futuristic interpretation of Washington, D.C. in the year 2069. So this could still happen. Kind of looks like RoboCop there, but you are actually just a robot who is created by Megacorp, and you must infiltrate into the Steel Complex Fortress in an attempt to rescue the President of the United States. I'm glad they clarified that. President of the United States' daughter. You have a time limit from this computer system called the Criminal Brain, and that Criminal Brain has kidnapped said daughter for a ransom and has threatened to kill her if the ransom is not met. So, Electro Cop, you know what to do. But yeah, I love this game. It got some kind of mixed reviews for it because mostly it's just very repetitive at times. But man, when I first played this, I was like, oof, this is the future. The future of 2069. Gates of Zendon. I love this game. I love this game for the amazing colors and just how, I don't know, this just, to me, is just a wow factor. Another 89 game by, anyone want to guess? Epix. That's right. Congratulations at home. You've won a Chrysler Cordoba. But this has the evil spider has trapped your space fighter and his web of universes, and they are all interconnected by a series of teleportation gates riddled with alien bases, with the primary objective of finding and defeating that would-be spider, while recruiting friendly allies along the way to help defeat said spider. But yeah, this is a great one, man. I know it looks a lot of these games you'll see in here, they look very simple, but I think that's really what makes them the best. And I can play this one forever. It's kind of like Gauntlet in a sense that like it just seems to keep going, but I don't mind. We've got a password system, so you can pick up and play whenever. Great one to check out for the Lynx. Take that, space eyeballs. Here is hockey. Hockey. Just hockey. I don't really need to explain hockey, obviously. Most of you out there should know how hockey is played. This was one of the first titles, though, that I had to get. I'm a huge hockey fan. I, unfortunately, as I say in most videos, am a Chicago Blackhawks fan. I was reminded in one of my last videos that they have won 3 cups not that long ago, so I shouldn't rag on them too much. But I would like to see them return to some glory again. And here I am playing against the great Hartford Whalers, the Whale. I love the Whale too. I wish they would come back. But they're in Carolina now as the Hurricanes. They definitely whooped my butt in this game too. I had no skills to show any of you, and I'm so sorry. But I love this. It's simple, it's fun, it's fast, and it's great. It's great for on the go. And no, it's not an Epix title, if you were wondering. Scrapyard Dog, this is one that goes back from Atari. It was for the 7800, but then later would go to the Lynx here in 1991. And you play as Louie, whose dog Scraps was kidnapped by Mr. Big. Mr. Big. Mr. Big apparently only hangs out in junkyards. Seems to be the theme here throughout the game. And you are to rescue your pup Scraps throughout these various stages. It's fun though. I've played this on multiple platforms, but it's really nice to have it on the Lynx. No, not the appliance area. And yet it's still junkyard. It's good to see too, Louie and I share huge noses. I always like to see heroes that have big noses. It gives me hope that people will accept me one day on this channel for my flaws. You just know this cat's up to no good. I did not want to get near it. And there it is. Here is Xenophobe. This was developed by Bally Midway for the arcades in 1987, actually. I drew a blue duck because I've always wanted to see a blue duck. That's quacktastic. The goal of each level is to defeat all the aliens before a countdown timer runs out. And levels here, and this contain multiple floors, which you can use an elevator to navigate said floors. And you can pick up different weapons, powerful weapons. There's lots of items you can pick up in the game as well. And yeah, you're just in it to eradicate said aliens. I think this is probably one of my favorite ports, honestly, of the arcade is the Lynx version. I think it was really well done. And I like that the screen is all like feels zoomed in almost as compared to the other versions. So if I'm crouched down like that, is that considered duck walking? Alright, who's ready for some action, some blue lightning? Yet another Epix game. Bless you, Epix. This also was a launch title for the Lynx from '89. You are a rookie aircraft fighter pilot, and you're from the United States Air Force. That clearly, though, is a Navy aircraft, but I don't want to get picky. Being a former Air Force person myself, that is an F-18 Hornet is what I would gather. But you've been chosen by the Flight Command Squadron. You are taking control of the prototype aircraft known as Blue Lightning, and a desperate attempt from the Pentagon to penetrate multiple enemy territories, aid the Allies in order to win the war against the enemies. They're just labeled enemies. No specific region, country. They're just enemies. And you're gonna get them in your blue lightning. It's a really awesome game, though. I love this one. Warbirds was another one I almost consider putting in here as well. That's another great flying game. And that leads us to the end here with Crystal Mines 2. As you guys know, I love puzzle games. I mentioned that earlier. This being a puzzle game, it's actually a sequel to Crystal Mines, which was for the Nintendo Entertainment System, NES. And both releases are similar to Boulder Dash, which is a genre that has become known as Rocks and Diamonds games. Here you are as a robot going down a series of mines to collect crystals of different colors that are worth different point values. Along the way, the robot encounters wooden blocks, which can be blown up or sawed through. And there are different types of boulders and dirt, which can be shot away with your robot blaster. And there are a variety of monsters, and you can discover shields and radioactivity protection. There are deposits of copper, silver, and gold, and caches of TNT. All this through 150 levels plus 31 bonus levels. But this is a really fun game. I love it for just the simplicity of it. The fact that you just blast through it and uncover, because there's hidden things throughout some of the rocks and the dirt as well. Not everything's exposed. But man, it's just a really fun game, though. I think they did an amazing job for this. And again, it's just one of those great games you can just put on and play for hours, but still has a password system, so that's always great. I felt like a lot of the Lynx games had password systems, so that was always good for back in the day. Alright, well there you go. Those are my 10 titles. Some of the earlier games I got, and then some of the games I got later as the Lynx was kind of getting phased out. As I mentioned in the video too, I actually got the Lynx for when it was like $99 with the Batman Returns pack-in. I was a huge Batman fan. That was a real seller for me. But yeah, geez, that thing went like downhill quick. I remember they were practically giving the Atari Lynx away, because I got the Model 2 also, by the way. I didn't get the first model that ever came out. I still kind of want one today. Like, it's still kind of a grail item, kind of, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd ever play it. I think ultimately this game house is slowly just turning into a museum of stuff I don't use. So it's kind of like I live in a museum, play in a museum. But anyways, yeah, I got the Lynx, the second model, as they were trying to pretty much get rid of them all. Same with the titles towards the end. I started amassing a lot more titles. It's one of my favorite libraries, over 76 games, and it's still climbing because there's still people making independent games for it, which I think is pretty awesome. But yeah, like I said, it's just a random video. I'm not expecting a lot of views, so just wanted to share my love for the Atari Lynx. And let me know in the comments if you had a favorite handheld, or maybe you have a favorite Lynx game, because there are quite a handful out there. Like I said, to me it was a very strong library. Or just comment whatever, man. I'm just always happy to hear from you all, and appreciate everyone that watches. So we'll catch you on the next vid. I'm not sure what that is yet. If all of you who follow this channel, man, I never know what I'm doing. Like, literally never know what I'm doing. I will just be sitting, and all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, I should make that video, and then here we are. So but yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.